Baltimore City has one of the lowest life expectancies in the country, and the leading reason why African Americans in Baltimore are dying years younger than their white counterparts is heart disease.
Stenting, bypass surgery, the defibrillator, all of those are underutilized in minority populations, and as a consequence, 120,000 of us are lost needlessly.
My father, when he passed, we discovered had a heart attack that we didn't know about. My uncle had heart disease, died at 62 of a stroke. And then 2 years ago, at a physical, I discovered that all 4 of my heart arteries were clogged and that my heart grew collateral arteries and had to have surgery 2 weeks later.
Few things touch closer to home in my life and my family than the American Heart Association. My father died of his second heart attack at the age of 51. So I am delighted to do anything I can to help the cause of the American Heart Association and the many people who suffer from heart disease.
I'm a heart survivor who had no idea that he had a cardiovascular problem. Came back from probably the most strenuous vacation I've ever had, mountain climbing, going over a 30-foot waterfall, tubing, swimming in a 50-foot lake with my family, and 2 days later I'm in the hospital and they're saying you need triple bypass. And the thing that I think is really important to me is that I listened to my body because I did not have a lot of pain. I had some shortness of breath, which I didn't think was that significant, and a fullness in my chest, but the combination of the two, I decided I better call my doctor. Called my doctor and he said, I'll meet you in the emergency room.
I don't have heart disease and I've never had stroke, but I do realize the importance of the research that's involved, the American Heart Association does to try to eliminate those diseases. They are the #1 and #3 killers in this country. And I have had friends and family members who have suffered from these diseases. So I implore you to do the best that you can to help to raise awareness and raise money for this very significant disease.
All of us in this room have many opportunities, matter of fact, many requests for how we spend our charitable time and money. I think the Heart Association is one that has the best or the greatest impact for the amount of money and effort that we put into the programs.
1 in 3 Americans have some kind of cardiovascular disease. So what the American Heart Association does, it really looks out for all of us.
Olivia and I are both honored to be here as part of this program as the Heart Heroes for the 2009 Heart Ball. The reason we're here is Olivia and I both have a heart condition that if it weren't for the Heart Association, we wouldn't be here today to tell our story. On my 37th birthday, I suffered from sudden cardiac arrest without any warning. I had no signs or symptoms prior to my cardiac arrest. I shouldn't have survived that day, but I did because I knew in my mind that I had a 2-year-old daughter at home waiting for me. After I had the internal defibrillator put in, I could return to my normal lifestyle of, working out and raising my 2-year-old daughter. When Olivia was 12, it was determined that she also had this genetic condition, and we felt that the best treatment plan for Olivia was also to have an internal defibrillator put into Olivia. As the 2009 Heart Heroes for this year, Olivia and I are grateful for those that have supported the American Heart Association. If it weren't for people like you, Olivia and I wouldn't have the opportunity to live the normal life that we have the opportunity to live now.
Heart disease is something that everyone, every day, can take steps to to address and literally take steps to address. One of the major things is to exercise. 30 minutes a day of good solid exercise, 3 to 5 times a week. In addition, we want people to eat healthy so that we can reduce the problem of obesity.
Rather than have fathers of young children and mothers as well die early, the work of the American Heart Association and the research it funds is so important. I urge all of you and all of us to support the great works of the American Heart Association so we can finally figure out a way to beat this thing and to keep our one and only hearts pumping stronger and pumping longer.
The American Heart Association needs your money, your time, and your talent because this is an important movement.
It is really important, the work that the American Heart Association does for all of us. And they can't do that work without our support. So it is very important that we all recognize their value and that we truly support them in the mission that they have undertaken for us.
When you give to the Heart Association, you're sowing blessings unseen at the moment, but they may be very real down the road.
Thank you for your generous support of the American Heart Association and our 25th Gala.